Hello, hello, hello. This is Chewy's Magic Blog. Been a little while since I've uploaded a video. Been pretty busy. I've also been not having the greatest of success with the decks. So with leagues, been waiting till it's been late at night to be able to play, and not been able to play at my best. And those little things in Modern can really cost you. So we've got something a little different. You'll notice that there are no Mox Opals. So all of my previous videos have been with Mox Opal decks, but I have a mate who is a lover of Living End. Pretty good pilot too. Joel, if you're watching this, you better be, because I sent you the link. Anyway, Living End, for those who don't know, it is based around the card Living End, which costs 0, and you cascade into it with Violent Outburst and Demonic Dread. Violent Outburst being the best because it's both an instant and does not target. So, moving through the deck, there are 19 lands. We are Jund colours, so a couple of Blood Crypts, a couple of other jewels in Overgrown Tomb and Stomping Ground. We've got a bunch of basics, 1 basic forest, 2 mountains, swamps. The deck is predominantly red-black with just a couple of green spells, namely Violent Outburst and Beast Within, plus some cards in the sideboard that we'll get to. So not a lot of green sources, just enough to cast our spells. Also Blooming Marshes and Fetch Lands to give us the critical mass of colours that we need, as well as enough basics to run sideboard Blood Moon. Then you just fetch them out as you need them in those matchups. 3 copies of Living End. Faerie Macabre is a great card to have in the main deck, especially against things like Death Shadow. If they use Thought Scour and put things in the bin, then you can get rid of them. It's also a free discard. Simian Spirit Guides for speed. Karazev's Expertise for when you draw Living End. It lets you, it's almost like a 9th Cascade spell. Beast Within just deals with so many permanents. It can give you hit target one of their lands against a control deck, which will let you cast Demonic Dread because you then have a creature to target. Fulminator Mage for value, great against sort of Tron, etc. Bring down the Fulminator, sack it, target a land, blow it up, cast Living End, bring it back, blow up another land. Pretty good. The Cascade spells that I mentioned. Architects of Will just gives you that critical mass of 1 mana cyclers. It's also pretty good when it comes down because you can stack their draws. Horror of the Broken Lands, Desert Ceradons, again 1 mana cyclers that are massive. And Horror of the Broken Lands plus Archfiend of Ifnir let you go really big when you do go off. Sometimes it can take a couple of turns to kill them, but with things like Ceradon with 6 power, Horror getting big, Archfiend shrinking their team if they do bring things back, it really does just kill them that much faster. Street Wraith because it's a free cycler. Monstrous Carabid, 1 mana cyclers. Deadshot Minotaur, 1 mana cycler. It is sort of semi off color. Cycles for red just like Ceradon. Just gives you that critical mass. So those things like Architects, Archfiends, Deadshots are pretty easy to side out to make space for specific sideboard cards. Speaking of sideboard, Faerie Macabre. So you can go up to a full 4 for Graveyard Hate decks. Lost Legacy for different combo decks and Storm, etc. It's pretty good. Shriekmaw for creature matchups. Blood Moon for Tron, and sort of those greedy control decks. Ingoture because it kills things like Relic of Progenitus and all those other troublesome things. Beast Within because can go up to a full 4 copies of Beast Within because Rest in Peace is Savage, and Brindlebore against Burn. So that's where we're at. Deck is pretty sweet. To Joel, again, another shout out. I'm probably going to make a bunch of mistakes, but maybe you should be here to record it with me instead of, hanging out with your family. Where are your priorities, mate? Come on, really. Anyway, we'll jump into a league and we will reanimate some creatures because that is sweet.